It's just a little before 4 a.m. What the heck are we doing up at 4 a.m. on our holiday?
To answer Jay's question, we're going to the summit of Haleakala this morning to see the sunrise. And that is one of the top things to do in Maui. So we're gonna go check it out.
So here at ground level, it is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, we're just over 3,500 feet and we're down to 60 degrees already. We're almost at the summit and it's still 50 degrees.
I never thought I'd be this bundled in Hawaii.
Yeah, it is cool and breezy at the top, so do make sure that you bundle up. So we took this little trail that comes up from the visitor center parking lot, but I'm not sure I would actually advise that. There's not a whole lot of space at the end of the trail, and people were all kind of like spread out and up on the rocks and things. And then a ranger came along, and he was not too happy about the situation and told everybody to get off of the rocks and back onto the trail. And we all kind of had to squeeze in.
The view is just as good along the railing at the visitor center.
So this is the railing spot right by the visitor center. And there's a lot more space and it still has a pretty good view. So I would say this is actually a better bet. Sun's up, so it's time to hike. So we're gonna hike down into the crater, but not the whole way, because it's about a 3,000 foot elevation change, and you'd have to go down and then all the way back up again. So we're gonna go as far as we feel like, and then come back. If you do the entire thing, it would be over 8 hours. So we're not gonna spend the entire day doing this, but we wanna at least get a taste of it. Pretty cool how we're still just way above the clouds here. We got our poles out. I mean, it's not too steep of a downward slope, but it's a very gradual downward slope, and our knees were starting to hurt a little bit. Poles always help with that. All right, it's starting to get warm. Time to strip off layer number 1.
You're warm?
Yeah.
I am not warm yet. I'm gonna keep my mittens, hat, scarf, and coat.
I'm just getting rid of the shell. I don't need this anymore. This is a jacket I got in New Zealand in 2010. I've had it for quite a while. Got a nice flat sandy section here. We've been hiking about an hour now, and the ranger said for every hour down, you can count on 2 hours up, which sounds about accurate to me. So we're considering maybe turning around. Doing this whole loop is apparently 6 hours, not 8, like I said before.
It's not a loop though, that's the other thing. It's a one-way, and it takes you down to this like parking lot where you can then hitchhike back up to the visitor center.
You have to hitchhike to make it into a loop.
Yeah, that's a 6-hour hike.
I don't think we're up for that today.
My legs, just coming down this hour, my legs are a little bit like shaky. And I don't know if that's just because like we've only had banana bread for breakfast, or if it's just like my legs have been working. So I know they're going to be really tired for going back up. So I think maybe we should turn around.
Yeah. Let's go up. Man, yeah, this hike has some really beautiful scenery. And if you get here for sunrise, you're here before anyone else is in the park. So we've had this entire trail to ourselves. Whew. Well, it's work getting back up. Make sure you bring enough water.
And layers. Dress in layers.
You've already taken off your mitts.
Taking off the mitts. I've opened the coat. I'm considering removing my scarf.
Considering.
I'm like seriously fighting having a nap right now. Like, I just want to curl up and sleep on the side of the trail. I don't know if that's the altitude or because I was up at 3:30 this morning. I don't know, but man, this is hard.
Yeah, you do have to remember you're at a bit of altitude. So we're almost at 10,000 feet here. So the air is just a little bit thinner, not quite as much oxygen. Now it's not like crazy thin. Like I know up on Mauna Loa on the Big Island, that's 14,000 feet. And I really felt that there. Also, when we were in Chile, that was about 15,000 feet. And I really felt that. Here around 10,000, I don't feel it nearly as much, but you know, it does slow you down a little. All right, folks, we've lost the scarf. The scarf has been taken off. We picked up a hiking partner. Well, we're on the home stretch. See the visitor center again.
I might have to put my scarf back on. It's cold.
So we went down for about an hour, and then it took us about an hour and a half to get back up. And we're back. Now it's time to drive up to the actual summit. Well, we have no problems following those directions today.
I'm so tired.
Just a hair over 10,000 feet. I'm actually kind of surprised you can see the Big Island really well from here. All of a sudden I can use my windbreaker. I left it in the car.
I came prepared. That's beautiful.
So we're now at the Kalahaku Overlook, which is another place that you can watch sunrise from. Yeah, it's not quite as high up, but I imagine it has a pretty decent view still. Yeah, I think this would have been a nice spot for sunrise too. Pretty clear view and a windshield in here. Now we're down at a lower altitude. It's a little bit warmer. We've taken off a few layers.
We're gonna check out Hosmer Grove Trail. It's well-known birding area where you can see some endemic Hawaiian birds.
And you can apparently camp here too. Well, we can hear a lot of birds. But so far we've only seen one.
I can see them like fluttering around in the canopy a bit, but...
These birds were a little bit shy and tended to move around pretty quickly.
Oh, he's so cute.
So is that the one you were hoping to see?
Yes.
It's like right beside us.
A really rare endemic bird to Hawaii. They only live like in this forest. And we have really bad luck at finding rare birds. And like 5 seconds onto the trail, we found one. It was so exciting. And they're just little. They're not too big. And they make the cutest little sounds. And they've got this long beak. And they're completely like bright colors.
Like the color red?
Like reddish, orangey, reddish. All right, well, we're done. We can go now. Like, we saw them. He's like following us and like taunting us. He's like, I'm here, but you can't see me. See?
So what'd you think?
There's a lot of birds. Like, yeah, I don't know. I was not expecting to see or hear very many birds, and there's a lot here. So that was really cool, really special. Definitely come and check it out.
Well, and that was our visit to Haleakala National Park.
You got to see the sunrise with us, and then we got to see a whole bunch of birds and do some hiking. I hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did.
You bet. We'll catch you on Maui again next week. See you then.
Can't see me. There we go.
Because it's almost a 3,000 foot elevation drop.
Oh, here comes a red one. Here he goes, right in front of us. And he's gone.
Make sure you don't miss the next video by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications.
Oh, and don't forget to check out our website and sign up for our weekly email blast.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.